The number of young people taking ketamine has tripled in the United Kingdom in recent years. Now the mother of an 18-year-old girl who died after taking the drug on her first night at university has called for the police and the government to take its dangers more seriously.
18-year-old Jenny Larmour died on her very first night at Newcastle University.
Oh, Jenny was just a bright spark in life. She was always busy. She had a real infectious laugh.
Jenny's freshest night out in October 2020 began with a few drinks and ended with ketamine. She fell unconscious on her new flatmate's floor and never woke up. The next morning, her mum Sandra was waiting to take her shopping when the police arrived at her hotel.
I just knew by the look on their face. They obviously had to tell me that Jenny had passed away, and they did say at that point that there was a suspicion that there was ketamine involved. I was like, what on earth is ketamine?
Sandra now visits schools warning young people of the risks, but she wants government action too.
The political leaders of the country need to take it seriously, and the only way that I believe that it can be taken seriously is if the sentences are increased.
Home Office figures show ketamine is the country's fourth most popular illegal drug. Last year, it's believed some 225,000 young people aged between 16 and 24 took it. That's triple the number on 5 years previously. Data I've exclusively obtained from police forces in England and Wales shows the number of investigation into people suspected of possessing ketamine has gone up by some 89% during the same period, including into some children under the age of 12. But as a Class B drug, most cases end with a community resolution or caution. Last year, just 31 people were charged or summoned to court for dealing in ketamine. Friends star Matthew Perry died in October from the acute effects of ketamine, and while experts warn many users see the anaesthetic drug as a harmless way of enhancing a night out, it can be extremely damaging.
On average, a hit of ketamine will cost you £3. Which makes it really accessible, really affordable. Long-term use, it can cause memory problems, difficulty with concentration, but also in your body, it has terrible impact on your bladder. Your bladder stops working, and so it has to get replaced.
Potential fatalities.
Former Children's Minister Tim Lawton is a member of the Home Affairs Select Committee.
This needs to be taken much more seriously by the police, and the government and health authorities. Clearly, the first thing that needs to happen is much better enforcement. Given the increase in usage, quite an alarming increase.
The Home Office say they've not commissioned a review looking at upgrading ketamine to Class A, which would lead to tougher sentences, but that could change.
We do always study the facts and the figures and the data very, very carefully, and if we see evidence that ketamine fatalities are increasing, if we think there is a systemic problem developing, and then that is something we keep under continual review.
But nothing will bring Jenny back.
Christmas is very difficult. New Year's Day is actually probably more difficult because it just every year it feels that you're going into another year without her. I feel guilty that I'm living and she's not.
Sandra just hopes Jenny's story will protect other young people in future. Amanda Akas, Sky News.